brown don't frown. This is our mom. Blessings, sisters.
Hey, everybody. Thank you all so much for having us here today. Thank you so much for the organizers. We are so honored to be here. We had to bring our family up here because we don't come as one. In front of you today, you see different generations. You see different countries represented here. We are Afro-Latina. We are multi-generational. We own a communications firm. And in our firm, we also stand firmly in our 5 principles that we call the standards of love: literacy, economic power, justice, self-esteem, and values. It's really hard. Actually, I'm not going to lie. It's really hard to work in your values every day when you have to face corruption, when you have to face deceit, and to show up and to show out. But at the end of the day, we have our integrity. And I want to also come to you all today, not just with just these different colors and these different faces, but to tell you all that the rest of the world looks like you. 3/4 of the world look like the people in this crowd. So don't you think it's time that we represented? That we tell our own stories? That we don't just tell somebody, this is what I want you to say, but say it ourselves? So in that space, I'm going to pass this over to my sister to talk about how much we're valuable, not just with our economic power, but our power of spirit.
When we talk about black and brown women in the United States, we're a close to $3.2 trillion consumer. That's with a T, y'all. $3.2 trillion black and brown spend in the United States. And to Jacobi's point, we're not represented. So one of the things that we try to ask is for you to stop lying to yourself first, and then to stop accepting the lies of others. Many times we've got many of these beautiful people who are serving us, who are coming to the forefront to be our political leaders, but black women, guess who puts our pain up front every single time? Aren't you tired of that? The only way you can stop it is by articulating your truth and not having someone else speak for you. So remember, who serves whom? Our elected officials serve us, not the reverse. So it's really important, this process, and to remember that we are human beings. Black and brown women are the salt of the earth. We are the earth. It cannot move on without us. And in that space, what we ask you to do is to trust yourself, to be gentle with yourself, to admit when it's not okay, because it's not always okay. In this time and place, my daughter, my 18-year-old, my future, and my niece, my 10-year-old, my future, our future, are in a place where the nation doesn't care if they're shot. How does a nation aim to protect itself and to be sustainable if we don't care about our future? But these are your voices that must come up. And if you don't give a shit about the money, give a shit about the people, which is you. So today we come to you not only as representatives of who you are, but global representatives of who we are. And we are a beautiful people. We are a gentle, loving, kind, amazing type of girl. We know girl talk, right? And so in those 5 principles, we ask that you give yourself a moment, just a moment, to ask yourself, do I know all the facts? Am I literate in this? Where's more information? Do I have the esteem to speak up for myself? And am I going to let somebody else take my esteem or fill it in my place? What do I actually value? Do I value representatives looking good better than me? Do I value representatives getting out there and saying one thing and doing another? Do I value them putting my pain at the core of their election every damn day? What about my economic power? What about my economic freedom? And ultimately, how will we present and bring justice for our sustainable future? In that, we encourage you that women all over the world are asking you, they're looking at you. Only 5% of the Atlantic slave trade was coming to the United States. The other 95% is all in Latin America and the Caribbean, and those women and men look just like us. So we're not alone. Love yourselves. Know that we love you and that there are people all over who are looking, supporting, and wanting to be with you. We love you. Te amo, hermanas.